up? What is up? Look, Mike all out of place, man. What is going on? What is up? What is up? This is No, I Don't Know TV. You already know what it is. I'm your boy, gracious host, Warren G, the Blazer Beat, been clowning Sucker Free since 2003. Y'all niggas can't finesse me. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know I'm gonna hit y'all niggas with it, man. I'm gonna hit y'all niggas with it. Did he come back today? Did he come back today? I had to fix my fucking camera and shit. Did he come back? God damn. All y'all that's and look it. The white supremacist still going, nigga. Oops, upside your head. Shout out to everybody out there that's at the court plantation right now as we speak. Shout out to everybody that is supporting themselves by supporting other black businesses. I'm going to talk about that. Shout out to everybody out there that is trying to learn, gain knowledge, ascertain whatever you need to do to push forward and move in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Each one has to teach 21, so shout out to everybody that's out there doing that. Shout out to everybody out there that is not at the court plantation, but maybe reading, studying. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone that copped that DVD Buck Breaking. I got it over there. I don't even want to open it. I'm waiting for them to do a streaming thing so I could just stream it. I keep saying this. I might just buy another one. I think I'm going to just buy another one, a copy for me to watch, and then a copy that I just don't even open. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yep. Fuck it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Fuck it. Shout out to everybody that has checked out Buck Breaking. Shout out to everybody that's on they health kick or whatever. Shout out to my boy Nick Dom. I seen you, man. You know I'll be busy, man. I gotta get at you. Shout out to Otis as well. Hey, man, if y'all ain't check out the podcast me and Nick did yesterday, man, it was a little over the time, but man, it was a very good podcast. We was chopping it up, talking about some real shit. Nick was saying some real shit. I'm not just saying that. He know if he wasn't, if I disagreed, I would be very contrarian to, or oppositional is what they would say to his thought process. But nah, he was saying some real shit. And I always do this, and I'll never really show it, but shout out to everybody out there that is supporting black businesses. I think it's very imperative that you support them because, as our brother Nick has told us time and time again on each podcast that he does, white folks don't need no support in no white businesses. Y'all, we support them enough. He was like, black businesses support them. And he did propose the question, and not the proposing the question, he did put it out there. White people need to start supporting black businesses too. Hell, we built the country. So shout out to everybody out there that is supporting black businesses and handling business. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, what's going on? I called the live stream only because I was already on here, though. Oh, I know, man. I told Nick yesterday, man. I said, I guarantee you, my sister, if I screenshot the messages she be sending me, like, dude, what the fuck is they doing? They fucking with y'all channel. He's like, for real? I'm like, bro. And I said, man, I don't understand this, man, because I don't never really promote it like that because I don't want them to be deprogramming the algorithm so the people that really do fuck with the channel don't get the alert. He was like, man, they be doing. I'm like, bro, you'll be surprised, man. I've been done did a whole live, and then my sister be like, man. Shawnee said the same thing. She was like, she just happened to be on YouTube and scrolled through who she was following and was like, oh, damn, he on live. I don't even get the alert, so don't even trip. But hey, man, CMOS is ready. Probably sometime this week. I got you. Just let me know when you gonna be at the crib. You and Whoopo. You tell Desro. Never mind. I'll tell Des herself. I'm glad I wasn't waiting around all day. But anyway, we're getting on that. I got y'all CMOS. And I got something else for y'all about the show. So we need to start supporting black businesses. I already talked about Freedom Paper Company, my I Herbs. Well, before I get started on the topic or whatever, man. Remember I was telling you about this place? Wait, hold on. I got to read this comment. Oh, and after I watched it, you and Nick last night, I watched the Van Lathan podcast with yo, Michael Rappaport. Hey, I respect man so much for keeping that shit so G. Hey, Van was kicking his ass mentally. He got so frustrated. I'm going to get into that. We're going to get into that today. We definitely going to get into that. But hey, in supporting black businesses, I think it's very imperative that you start supporting black business, no matter what it is. If they make CMOS or whatever, just support it, man. Stop finding shit wrong with it. Just support it. And be patient with black businesses, like my homegirl Erica said yesterday on the chat. Be patient. We gotta learn to be patient. Let me tell you why. Now, I do be talking this health shit, but I never claim to eat healthy. Now, you want to have a balance too. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat too healthy where everything is bland and you go on driving yourself crazy. Then you just say fuck it one day and then go back to never eating healthy again. So you want to have a little bit of, downtime where you don't eat as healthy than times where you eat super healthy. But anything I would say to counter that, go get you some of my IRA herbs. Erica, man, what's going on? B1 all day, every day. That B1 shadow ban is serious. I know, man. Sorry I'm so late. I was making your CMOS, man, making sure that shit was on point. Cause let me tell you something about CMOS. If you're not paying attention, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, the shit will not come out right. And let me tell y'all something. When you doing stuff for other people, you have to make sure you are thoroughly paying attention. Cause if I don't pay attention, I just throw it out. That's just how I am. I want it right. So that's just how I am. I like shit detailed, and when I'm not paying attention, I'll call myself out. So that's what it was. So I got you on Whoopo's CMOS, so don't even trip. I got something else to go with it too. Like I said, supporting black business is very important. Before I get into the subject, I just want to show y'all something. I gotta show y'all. I have to show y'all this. Remember I was telling y'all about Cookie Confident. They out of Texas. It's a black business. I found out about it through Tariq Nasheed. So when I heard about it, I just went on the website and went to go look it up, and I was like, damn, them shits look good. Now, and I've had one. I couldn't even eat both of them. Look at how big these cookies are. Look at how big these motherfucking cookies are. Look at that shit. I know it's in black and white, but look, that cookie is already made. Come in the plastic. I got two of these motherfuckers. I just wanted to show y'all. Look at how big these motherfucking cookies are. Let me put it a little closer. Tasha, look at this shit. Look at how big these motherfucking cookies are. From cookieconfident.com. Shout out to that brother. That brother did look out. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit of a miscommunication, and I know he's busy. But Tasha, I got these for you too. Look, I be talking this health shit, but hey, sometimes you gotta eat a little unhealthy too. God damn. If you eat unhealthy, just get you some of my outright herbs. He got everything. You borderline diabetic, like damn near every black person from eating fucked up. He's got pancreas shit, blood sugar herbs. Go on my outright herbs. I just got that. I got a pantry full of his shit to counter that shit. But I just thought I wanted to show you that again. And look, by the way, these shits are done. Taj, this shit is done. Look at this shit, Erica. That's a big ass cookie up. Hey man, I'm telling you, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to cookieconfidant.com. They based out of Texas, so they had to mail it to me. So it was a little bit of miscommunication, but he sent me my shit. And I just want to tell you right now, man, those cookies are fucking bomb. I mean bomb. So Tasha, I'm telling you, when I bring you your CMOS, I'm bringing you a couple of these cookies, man. Chocolate chips, they hey, I'm not telling people that I am not the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So I can follow a little bit of his stuff, but a lot of his shit is very, very strict and very difficult. But I want to know about the CMOS. I wouldn't mind trying that. Never had it. Oh man, CMOS, shit. Tasha tell you, ask Tasha, ask Shawnee. CMOS, I'll just tell you this before we get to the subject. CMOS is a very, very good imperative thing that I think most black folk need in their life, because we do eat bad. And I'm going to show you these cookies one more time. This is why we eat bad. Look at this big ass cookie. And I think these motherfuckers got Oreos in the middle. I think they got Oreos in the middle. Man, I'm talking about this. This cookie is literally diabetes type shit, but it's good than a motherfucker. So I would suggest you get ice cream with that. I wouldn't eat that out ice cream. And I suggest after you eat that, you should take you a big scoop of CMOS the next day to get that shit out of your system. But shout out to everybody out there, man. We're going to get into the subject today. The subject today is the corruption is real. Corruption is real. Corruption is real. That's all. Corruption is real. That's it. Not just corruption is real. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to get into it today, and I got some audio to play of this black police officer who whistleblow because he got set up basically. Basically, he got set up. So we're going to get into all that. So I just wanted to show everybody them cookies real quick, because I ate one last night and I had two of them. I couldn't even finish the second one. It was so good. So we're going to get into that topic today. And shout out to everybody out there that is enjoying their Sunday and relaxing. If you at the Core Plantation, keep your eye on the prize, because that's all you got. For real, for real. Shout out to everybody out there that's out there investing on stock and bonds and 401k. Do your thing. Let me cut this shit down. But yeah, man, look, I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, Tasha, man, watch when I bring them cookies to you. They going to be good. This business, they mailed them all. I ordered it all the way from Texas. When I heard Tariq talking about it, I just went on their website and I saw the cookies. I was like, man, I got to get some of those. And I'm trying so hard to stay away from the shit, but I just have my Tahuti, my Ara set up. So I got pancreas pills. I'm going to get me some blood sugar pills that he got on there to moderate your blood sugar so your shit won't spike up. I love sea moss. Thanks to my brother telling me about it. It has over 90 vitamins and minerals. That's facts. Our body needs. I'm telling you, Queen, it will change your life after taking it. And what I will give Tasha props on too, she supported a black business. I remember I went to the crib one day. We was just chopping it up, and she was just like, yeah, man, I got this sea moss from the sisters. She's selling it. I was so happy because I'm like, man, that's good. We circulating black dollars. That's why, Tasha, I'm going to bring you these cookies, man. I keep talking about it because I'm telling you, I get it. I know we're supposed to eat healthy, and I get that. I know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I know Dr. Sebi and Tahuti will be like, don't eat that shit. But the shit is so good. These cookies are so good. I got the peanut butter, not peanut butter, but peanut butter chocolate chip. These motherfuckers are so bomb. I can't even finish them, but I don't want to give them to nobody. They so bomb. And you will feel better, more energy. Yes, you will. You will have a lot of energy when it comes to the sea moss. You will be spitting up a lot of phlegm and mucus. I'm telling you that. Don't take sea moss and then think that it isn't just about giving you energy. So if you're eating a lot of dairy, you just eat a lot of stuff that creates mucus in the blood, it's going to expound that mucus. I know I need to send my brother some sea moss too, as the way. I'm saying this shit all on here. I know this nigga gonna watch the shit and be like, hey, pump. Why you talking all that shit? Yeah, I still buy sea moss from her, and I'm on her jar now. Exactly. Okay, I'll try to spread the love. Exactly. That's what I like. See, I think black businesses, in my personal opinion, we gotta stop thinking that a person's only supposed to support you. Support multiple black businesses. Compare and contrast. Like, man, I like this part of the sea moss from this sister right here because I just like what it do. Well, I like this part of the sea moss from this other person because I just like it. And for all you people that's got your own prices, fine, man. Do what you do. But as long as we support black businesses, let's stop complaining and going at black businesses and analyzing. Like when I got these cookies, and I can only use this because them motherfuckers was good. When I got them, I was just like, at first when I got it, I was like, damn, that doesn't even look real. Like, how did he do this? And it's all individually wrapped and packed. But man, you heat them motherfuckers up with some ice cream, they so soft. I didn't even think to be like, well, this in it. Nope. And I'm gonna buy some more cookies from them because I just know I gotta find plenty of people that's gonna want them. I know Whoopo and Desiree probably want some other. These are people. These are my nieces and nephews that I'm talking about. They'll probably want some because them motherfuckers is bomb. Now, when you go in there, now the shipping, it's not the cookies he charges a lot for, but it's the shipping. They are in Texas, so this ain't Pony Express. So if you don't live in Texas and you live in Cali or live somewhere else, don't be on it. Man, y'all niggas ain't sent me my shit, man. Look, just be patient. Motherfuckers, man, just be patient. It's a black business, and black businesses, as even our brother Nick said, black businesses, they don't have the same resources as white businesses. So we gotta be patient. Now, why is it a white person can say that and we can listen, but black person say, nigga, you get it for free. And I did not get these for free. I bought this with my own money, by the way. I don't want nothing for free. I got emails and documentation from other black businesses to prove it. I don't want nothing for free. I'm just going down the line. And I'll tell you, supporting black businesses, like I told our brother Nick, I got to get these cookies to you too. Because I wanted to give Nick a cookie yesterday. Because I had shot him some sea moss, so I wanted to give him a cookie yesterday. And I forgot. Nick be on a mission. Nick be like, all right, we done? I'm out. That's why I respect Nick. Nick is very much a person that's to business. And that's how we got to be. And not just because he's white, because I've known him for 4 years and I've watched him, and he ain't really on no, matter of fact, he ain't on no wasting time shit at all. Every time is calculated for him. So if you in his life, you wasting time, he don't fuck with you. And that's why I got love for him. I buy my edibles from Afro Latina. That's what I'm talking about. Hey man, that's okay. Still a black business. Look, I learned something new yesterday. Before I get to the subject, I learned something new. And I didn't know that there was an Asian sister that was a part of the Nation of Islam. I got educated on that. And I'll say I didn't know that. And one of the first things that I've learned about this Asian sister was that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Brother Tony Muhammad, Brother Reza Islam, shout out to him, Brother Ben X, they told her knowledge of self. Know who you are. Know your heritage and be proud of that. Know who you are. And I'm like, damn, but she's still a part of the... And this sister had the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on her page. And I was like, ooh, man, I don't think she should do that. Look, I'm getting scared for her. I'm bugging my eyes like, man, but, you know, it just taught me something. It taught me that as long as there's a mutual respect between black folk and other racial groups, I think we'll be fine. I just think we need to stop including the dominant white society on us respecting ourselves and doing business with other racial groups. But we first got to do business with ourselves. That's what we got to do. That's why I think, and Erica, let me tell you, man, CMOS is a great thing. If you can't find nobody locally, just let me know your address. I'll give you my email, and I'll send you some. Don't even trip. I'll send you some. I'll put my email in the chat. Here, look. I think his, hold on, no way, as Shawnee would say, no way out, lv@gmail.com. Boom. There you go. I put it in the chat. So Erica, if you can't find nobody that's within your vicinity or anything like that, just email me, and I'll send you some, man. Whatever. I'll send you some. I'll send you like a half a pint so you can I don't recommend people get whole pints until they understand what they get into, because a lot of people think. Just let me educate you a little bit on it, Erica. When you get the CMOS, it's gel. It's like a gel. It's like it's supposed to be like a gel. Some is more of a paste. Some of it's more like baby Gerber food. Everybody makes it differently. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not like, oh, that's not the real CMOS. Everybody's CMOS is different. Where they get it from, the coral reefs are different. So some CMOSs have different people depending on what you eat, how much water you intake. I'll just tell you this: when you do get the CMOS, when you take it, don't drink a whole bunch of water, because it expands in your stomach. I'm just telling you from experience. You want to just take your time. If you take it raw, and it tastes like the sea. I think people have it misconstrued that CMOS is supposed to taste like baby Gerber food. No, and you can add whatever you want to add. You can put it in a shake. You can put it in your oatmeal. There's a variety of ways you want to do it. And it's very, very good for if you have a bad thyroid, if you have thyroid issues. Like Missy Elliott has Graves' disease. So CMOS will be very good for her, because she has Graves' disease. So, you know what I mean? Those are just things you want to work on. So if you can't find I would prefer you get it from a black business, because in my personal opinion, this came from black folk. We put it on the map through Dr. Sebi, and I feel like we should keep it in-house. You know what I mean? I don't mind other racial groups making their own and whatever, but it came from us first as far as the studies, and, it was within our community first. The East Coast, they've been on CMOS for 20 years. We just now getting to it. So I just feel like if you can't find nobody near you, give me a P.O. box or whoever you want to ship it to, I'll ship it to you, man. I'll ship you a jar. If you can't find a black business that make it near you, I would just rather you support a black business, because I'm not on that. I feel like we need to stop that. Before I even get into the subject, I wanted to start taking my time and talking about black businesses, because as I'm reading this book, Price for a Pound of Flesh, I read one part where this brother Isaac, he was planning a slave revolt and he got busted. So when he got busted, his pastor was a white pastor to them. They brought him, on the jury, and he wouldn't give up any of his co-conspirators. So the pastor, whatever, was white. He went to the jail cell and was like, why don't you give up, any of the people? Because they're going to kill you. Just give up the people and you'll stay alive. And he was basically like, if our God is a just God and our God is no respect of a person and he respects black and white people, why is it that our God can't tell me that slavery is wrong and that we should be freeing ourselves? And that means I have to kill you and my slave master's family. And I love my slave master, but I will kill him to be free, to free my people. The white priest couldn't do nothing but like, he was in shock. He couldn't believe that that man spoke the way he spoke, and he cried. You know why he cried? Because he knew what they were doing was wrong. He knew that keeping them in bondage and enslaved was wrong. And after me reading that, I just really was just like, man, we got to really start supporting our own. That's all we got. And we got to stop frowning up at black businesses and not wanting to give them a chance and not want to be patient. You know, because patience is the key, man. And if you want, one day you might be an entrepreneur and you're not going to want that energy coming back your way because you treating every black business like they ain't shit. Just like black clothes. Like, niggas won't pay $10 for a t-shirt from somebody or $20 or $30 for a t-shirt from a black business, but niggas will go pay $800 for a Gucci belt. I don't understand that. And they'll wear it with pride because I guess there's a monetary value attached to it. Well, you can wear Gucci all you want, but if you broke, you ain't got shit going on. You don't have no stocks, no bonds, no 401k, and mentally you broke. What's the point of even having that? So I just think it's very imperative that we support black businesses. That's facts. I take it raw, a big tablespoon, and I drink some cranberry grape juice to chase it. Yup, you could do that. I just take it raw. But you have to be careful because you will be up all night long. All night. You'll be up all night. I'm talking about all night like a motherfucker. So just be careful when you take it. Be mindful. But what I wanted to talk about today, whistleblowing and corruption is real. Now, our brother, there was a black police officer who did an interview. And in this interview he did this interview basically putting out the Baton Rouge Police Department. Now, some will be like, oh, well, he did it after. Okay, fine. They set him up, in my personal opinion, and said he bought some stolen shit. So they set him up, but he still, whistleblower. He started telling them what the fuck they was doing. And I'm trying to find this video because I think it's very imperative that we know what the fuck they are capable of doing. Because for some sort of reason, we think because of the George Floyd thing that people are not capable of doing no bullshit. So I'm trying to find it right now. Okay, let's see. Baton. Let's see. Rouge Police Department corruption. There we go. Let's see what we. Even I think Lil Boosie was talking about Baton Rouge corruption. Let's see. But see, they don't. Yeah, they hold on. Corruption, Baton Rouge. Let's see if I can find something. Here, let me see. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if they play it. Hold on. Let's see. Because sometimes it be motherfuckers clickbaiting, and I'm not playing no clickbait. But I just want you to hear this. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is just a motherfucker talking, man. Yeah, I ain't played it, but I got some other stuff of him talking, but you can't find it nowhere. Let me see. Jeremiah. Arduan interview. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, they don't want to play this because he's airing out crooked police officers. But that's okay though. I got some other stuff, but I just want to let everybody know that the corruption is real. These police officers don't give a fuck about you. And if you are a black police officer, you want to be a part of that race soldier movement, and you want to tell on them, you better dot your I's and cross your T's. And you better have your family move. You have to put things in place because this is the most powerful organization in the United States of America. So if you're not willing to really go to war with them, you might better off not be wanting to say anything. And black folk need to look out for the black folks. So if this guy is whistleblowing, then you better make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Why, Warren? Let me tell you why. Because Gary Webb exposed the CIA for the crooked shit they was doing. and all of a sudden Gary Webb shot himself twice in the head. Now, how do you shoot yourself twice in the head? Bang. Oh, my bad. Bang. Come on, man. You don't do that. So I think we have to be mindful too when we taking on this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Private Protection LLC. Okay, hold on. Because discharging this officer from his plantation post frees him up for whatever his true calling is. That's a fact. That's a fact. I agree with that. Maybe Private Protection LLC. Yes, something can take away his badge, but you can't take away his training. He could go out and start a whole private security company. Facts. Man, you just put me on. I think more police officers that are black, they should do that. I just think it's up to us to start hiring these security. Hire them. You know what I'm saying? And patronizing them and make it an LLC or a non-profit organization or something where people could make sure they help you. Now, I think our part as Black folk, United States of America Incorporated, Foundational Black Americans, we need to do more of supporting black businesses. And what I mean by that is, I think a lot of it is, and that's for all of us, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why a lot of black folk, they're hesitant on becoming entrepreneurs because they feel like they're not gonna get the support. You know what I mean? And then when you go, I was watching this interview about with Tamika Mallory, and I know a lot of people don't really like her or they're not pleased with her, but she said one thing that really stuck with me when she was like dead broke. She was like, I can't take funding from these white corporations. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that you damn near have to go broke to prove the point that you for your people. Now, I probably may not agree with a lot of the things that she say or a lot of things that she do, and particularly when she didn't stand up for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I didn't like that. Because you talking about, I don't agree with what he says about Jewish people. But do you know what he really says? Because he's not talking about all Jewish people. He's talking about the wickedly cowardly ones that stand behind black folk and make a whole bunch of money off of them and then say nigga, nigga, nigga behind closed doors like Donald Sterling and then act like they all cool with them. Those are the motherfuckers he's talking about. Because within the white Jewish community, I can't go in there and make a whole bunch of money off of them and then behind closed doors, yeah, look at these Jews. And no, they've shut me down. That's a fact. My friend got me started on that, talking about what would I want to do, and we talk and we take Capoeira. I told her I would be on some Black Panther shit. Yeah, Capoeira. We invented Capoeira. Capoeira or whatever how you say it. That Brazil fighting style, we invented that. Black folks invented that. I just think that it is important for black folk to know about entrepreneurship. I can only talk about me. I ain't generalizing nobody. I wasn't raised that way. A lot of black kids, I can only talk about the California situation. A lot of black kids, you wasn't raised that way. You was not raised to be entrepreneurs unless it was church involved in it. But you wasn't really raised to be that way. You was raised to go to church. No diss, but that crippled a lot of us because now we're older. Now we become reliant and codependent on the corporate plantation to feed us. And then when they kick us in the teeth and spit on us and shit on us, we all mad and frustrated, and depressed because we can't leave it because we don't really know how to do nothing else. And that's exactly why it is things happen the way they happen. You know what I mean? That's why you're like, well, why is there so many black police officers? Well, what else are they going to do? Unless they got a trade, unless they're an electrician or a plumber or they're a carpenter or something like that, then they're going to have to go work a corporate plantation job. That's just how it is. Just like we be mad when black folk in the NBA don't say more. Well, why would they not? They're not going to take away their lifestyles for people that they don't really know. They don't know us. Just like you're not going to do it either. So it's like when niggas start going to their corporate plantations and telling their bosses, well, fuck you and I quit and move. Okay, when you start doing that, then maybe that'll inspire some people. But that's not going to inspire everybody to do that because you have to understand, in this system, it is built upon working for them. Major white corporations can pay more. So, because you want to live a better lifestyle. If everybody knew how to live within their means, maybe things would be different. Maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But when you want finer things, nice clothes, you want to eat good, lobster and shrimp, you want to do all those things, you can't be mad at a motherfucker that's like, Oh, well, I'm not gonna go in there and protest on my job. I want these motherfuckers looking at me crazy. I need my money. We just like LeBron. You can't be mad at them. Stop expecting billionaires to be activists and expecting activists to be billionaires. That's just not how it works unless you're self-funded. And even then, your ideologies are gonna be probably different from the next person's. I just think it's our job to stop holding people to a certain standard at the Score Plantation. Because the first thing I'm gonna say is, well, when you video self record yourself going into your Score Plantation job and telling everybody fuck you and kiss my ass. Okay, and if you do that, hey, much props and respect to you. But most niggas is not doing that, man. Because most niggas gotta pay rent, they gotta pay car insurance, car notes, groceries, take care of children, take care of grandchildren. It's a lot on people's plates. That's why the motherfuckers can't just tell motherfuckers, well, fuck y'all. That's why I feel like the black church should do better at educating black folk at being entrepreneurs, finding problems, and then coming up with the solutions, being dealing with architecture, dealing with engineering, dealing with plumbing, sheet metal, all that stuff that we need, man. Like, we don't have that anymore. And I'm not saying that we don't, because I don't know everything, but I'll tell you this. Going to church saying Jesus said it is just not going to cut it. I don't care how many Bible verses you know. When you get up in the morning, where are you reporting to? You can pray. Yeah, you're going to pray to their God, because that's who looks like them. And then you're going to go to them, and you're going to view them as that, because that's where everything, the pipeline is directed to them. So I'm sorry, but a lot of these black churches, they just don't do a better job of educating and arming black kids with the knowledge that's necessary so they can know what to deal with in this world. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm one of that, you just believe like, oh, you just go to school and get you a good job and, work at that job for 50 years. Nigga, you know what can transpire within those 20, 30 years at a job? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't work a job, because working a job will teach you about responsibility, stability, consistency. So I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is, while you're on that corporate plantation, if they have stock and bond at that corporation, get the stock. I don't care if you get 1%, get that. Because if you're going to be on that motherfucker for 30 and 40 years and you think that's your career, at least if they come through and be like, all right, man, we don't need you no more, you got something to fall back on, so you're not stressed out and ready to kill and rob and do all these things, because that's what happens with us. I feel like black folk, that happens with us bad. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's something that we got to focus on. We got to start circulating our dollars. And then, too, we got to stop expecting people to tell their job, fuck you. And when you ain't doing it at your job. You say, oh, well, when you say, you damn right. It's more, look, it's less black entrepreneurs than it is black folk that work at jobs. Stop. Most black folk are working a job. They're not entrepreneurs. And if they are entrepreneurs, they're not millionaires. So they still got to have those same relationships with all kinds of people. You know why? Because when you're an entrepreneur, the first thing niggas want a lot of times is a hookup, a discount. Ah, man, you give it to him for free. Niggas, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. Once I hear on a major platform, Cookie Confidant, I went and purchased. That's what you do. You circulate your money. Stop complaining. Niggas always be complaining about the price of some shit. But then you look at a nigga's clothes, they got 1,000 pair of Jordans, Gucci, Louis, Fendi. They got every top of the line European clothing line imaginable. But they be talking about how expensive black products are. And I just be like, man, what the fuck is going on? So that's all I'm saying, man. And now I'm going to play this audio of this black police officer whistleblowing on the Baton Rouge Police Department. But if you notice, Lil Boosie, he was talking about Baton Rouge Police Department a long time ago on Vlad TV show. But I don't want to play that because fuck Vlad, man. But anyway, here, I'm about to play this shit. And we are going to listen to what this is about, because I think it's very, very, very important that we understand how corrupt law enforcement is and not to trust them. They're not to be trusted, and they're not there for you. They're there for them.
Good evening. A Chris Nakamoto exclusive leads to Baton Rouge police calling a news conference to address corruption within the department.
And tonight, the problems are only getting worse after a tell-all interview you saw only on Channel 2. Hundreds of charges dismissed because of what we have reported, and now there's a high cost to clear the records of people who may have been targeted by officers. The investigative unit on this story from the start. Chris here tonight with the new information.
Michael, Sylvia, it could cost as much as
Hundreds of drug cases.
$40,000 to expunge the records of people who've had their charges dismissed in the wake of corruption allegations within the Baton Rouge Police Department's drug squad. I know you said that more people should be arrested.
It's been 2 weeks since this Baton Rouge police officer's rare tell-all interview on WBRZ.
We were forced.
He exposed cover-ups, quotas, and says he heard cops in the narcotics squad talking about planting drugs on people.
Did y'all hear that? So y'all don't think that that's real? Planting drugs on people? But you want me to say blue lives matter and all this other stuff. Remember, Breonna Taylor got killed. And you see how they just walked up in there and started shooting. Oh, well, we fear for our life because they were shooting at us. Well, why would you just break in there? First you said you didn't knock. Then you did say you knocked. Stop.
Making illegal cases, utilizing prostitutes to set up drug deals.
Amid the fallout of the corruption former officer Jeremiah Ardwan says was going on, more than 700 drug charges against 100 people were dismissed.
Trying to restore them back to where they were prior to the arrest, as best as we can. District
Attorney Hiller Moore took the prudent step when the corruption surfaced to toss.
That's because what he know. Look, if y'all don't think everybody know that the police department is corrupt, then y'all must be out of y'all mind. Stop.
More than 600 charges pending against people who were arrested by officers in the drug squad. A few weeks ago, 100 more were tossed out. But there are problems now.
Even though the charges have been dismissed for about 100 defendants tied to this BRPD corruption, their charges will still show up if you search their names in the court record. It's why there's a push to expunge it from their records.
One of the issues we're running into is that expungement and expungement law.
And the person that's talking, he's a white police officer too. And of course, it took for the black police officer to get busted and get kicked in his teeth. Then you want to start telling. See, well, you should have been telling in the beginning. Because you should have known that they was going to do that to you. You should have had a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Nigga, you already know that's what they going to do anyway. You already know that's what they going to do.
Requires by statute that money be paid for the expense. So for example, that the state police requires money to be paid to them to process the expungement, and it's not waivable by statute.
Doing that won't come cheap. A typical expungement costs around $400. A small portion goes to the clerk of court, district attorney, and majority goes to state.
$400 is point and click. Stop acting. Look, $400, that's just some shit they made up. It's just like the Federal Reserve printing money. Just print more money. You're printing it off of a machine. Stop acting like it's gold bonds that you're giving somebody. You're not giving nobody no gold bars. You're printing money. It's paper. The same shit you print the goddamn Social Security cards on, and the same shit you put the goddamn birth certificates on, which you print the money on. So stop playing the bullshit games like you just can't just print. Just print more money. You've been doing it anyway, so might as well just keep doing it.
Police. With 100 people affected, that's 40 grand the DA's office needs to clear their names.
Since we dismissed them, they're entitled to have their record expunged. Most people don't even come forward to have their record expunged because it's really difficult to do, a hard process.
Yeah, because y'all made it a hard process to do. Y'all made it so hard that people are like, fuck it, just drop the charges. I don't care if it's off my record. Because they know what the fuck it's going to be, a whole bunch of bullshit. Stop. I'm playing.
And it costs money.
Moore says right now there are 30 additional cases his office is looking at dismissing. Former Officer Ardwan told us that's the right thing to do.
You have a lot of people that are incarcerated now, a lot of people that have criminal histories now because of things that were done and probably weren't done correctly.
Now, this whole ordeal started when that officer started talking with investigators after his own arrest. He bought stolen merchandise in what he says was a setup. I'm told the city and state police are working right now to figure out a way to clear these expungements. About that news conference, it's Monday afternoon. I'm going to be there, and we're going to have more all afternoon on the news. Michael?
Wow. Yeah, so he got set up. Like I said, he got set up, and He should have known that. Once you start talking, you're going to get set up anyway. They're going to do that to you anyway. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that? I asked someone about going to a black nail tech out here, and that person was like, I don't go to them because they charge too much. See? What did I just say? What did I just say about that shit, man? What did I just read that right now. I believe that shit, Tasha. I believe it. You ain't got, I'm telling you, I believe that shit. Motherfuckers will be like, oh man, you charge too much. Nigga. So you, instead of going to a black nail tech, you'll go to these Asians, and you already know how they treat niggas in there. They get to talking in their own language. They treat you like shit, and then if you don't want to pay, they get their brooms and mops and get to beat you upside your head with it. But instead of going to a black tech, you gonna go to an Asian tech. This the shit that I don't understand. I just don't understand that shit at all. At all. Facts. Are black nail technicians and hairstylists charged more because they do proper technique? Facts. That won't cause you a fungal infection? Facts. And they have artistic ability, not the same silly horse shit? Facts. Just me talking. No, you saying some real shit. I was just about to say, I bet you if Fantastic Sam's could do weaves, a lot of black people would just be like, fuck it, I just go to Fantastic Sam's. They do the same shit anyway, and it's cheaper. Just because it's cheaper, that don't mean it's better. Depending on what it is. That doesn't mean it's better, especially when it comes to an art form. But I don't understand black folk when they be like that. Oh man, they charge too high. I'm telling you, just like what it is with clothes. Niggas are paid $300 for some shoes. Okay, it's Jordan. I get it. It's got his emblem on it, but Jordan doesn't own that. He just get a percentage off of it. He don't own shit. Phil Knight owns that shit. He don't own a motherfucking thing. But we'll buy that, and that's fine because it's Jordan. So okay, I get that. So that's a bad thing. But nigga, we will go pay thousands of dollars for Gucci, Louis, and Balenciaga and all this shit, these European clothing lines, who they don't give a fuck about you because they know you're the Moors and they know what the Moors have done to them. So that's why they like, well, fuck these niggas. We'll steal their knowledge and give it back to them. And they so dumb, they'll just go with whatever we fucking tell them. And that's exactly what goes on. Because they know that their clothes have value to us. And it takes us a long time to get out of that because we feel like that has so much value. That's why we want the Gucci glasses and the Dolce & Gabbana purses and Sunbag and all that, because that's what's on TV and that lets everybody know that you have money. Well, let me tell you something. You know what the white Jewish community does? They're the total opposite. You'll never know they have any money. They're going to shop at the thrift stores. They're going to drive regular cars. They're not going to put rims on their shit because they don't care. And you're never going to know it because they don't want you to know they have money. That's a fact. But a lot of the times, we want to replicate the buffoonery behavior. And I get it. Sometimes you want people to know you dress nice. And I get that, man. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying sometimes we take it overboard. And then when it comes to black business, man, this nigga here, man, he charged him. Stop. You know what I mean? Stop. My first was working in retail, moving my way up. And one of my bosses told me, Erica, set the price and the right person will come along and pay it. That's a fact. That's a fact. You ain't lying about that shit. The right person will, and sometimes you have to have value in yourself. I remember, I used to make beats and stuff like that, and I still do. I more make the shit for my podcast, but I used to make beats, and a lot of people don't value shit that they pay for, and it's all good because it don't bother me. But it's a brother. Shout out to my brother, Dope Man. He dope as a motherfucker, man. And I got to get with him, man, because he be making some fly-ass beats and shit, and he want to do some work together. And I'm very excited and happy about that because it's about doing the work. And I think a lot of people don't want to do the work. Exactly. I'd rather pay for that. I found one on Instagram. I'm going to try her out. Exactly. We just got to do the work. I think that's what's most important. Doing the fucking work. Not expecting. Like I said, why you think I keep showing these cookies, man? I keep showing them because it's like most niggas, if it's communication that's the problem, they just jump all out the window. They don't even investigate. They don't even like go and see or make an effort. That's why when I reached out to the brother, I'm not going to display that conversation on here, but when I reached out to the brother, I had no malice in my heart. I wasn't like, I'm not fucking with this nigga. I even told him, hey man, miscommunication, it's all good. I'm going to order from you again. And when I ate that cookie last night and I couldn't finish that shit, I said, okay, this is the real deal right here. Because I couldn't even finish the shit. I said, God damn. And I just think that it's very important that we should start supporting our own and stop turning up our nose. Why is it a nigga go to a church and get a rent money, right? And this is some shit that somebody told you to pray for. Like, I'm not no diss to the black churches, but I'm just saying, like, most black folk have not did any research about the Bible. They don't even know who wrote it. They just going by, oh, it's in red, so Jesus said it. Man, no. You know what I mean? And that's their belief system. And this is no diss to nobody, but I'm just saying, you will have blind faith in something that you really know nothing about. But now a black business, if it's a standard black business, you can Google them. And if not, they on Instagram. And then you can just try them out. Most of the products from black businesses ain't but $50, $60, nothing over. I've never seen really a black business over $100. It was a black business that was making shoes, and I was gonna get some shoes, and they went out of business. Niggas wasn't supporting them, and it ain't nothing but stitch and glue, but niggas wasn't supporting them, and I was like, damn, because I was gonna get some of them shoes. You know why? Because I'm like, fuck, man, I don't care. You know, like I just think we got to get out of that mind frame, and niggas, man, especially West Coast, niggas gotta stop being so Hollywood, man. As my niece would say, everybody think that they next. Then when you ain't next, then you want to be humble. Sometimes you got to just be like, man, I support. I ain't tripping, man. You know, even when you look at this brother, this police officer, Jeremiah Ardoin. Now, I think it was on his heart that what they were doing was wrong to his people. And I think he didn't like it. And I think that's why he ended up whistleblowing. Because I think it did something to him. And I think he probably was like, I can't deal with this shit no more. And then they probably set his ass up. Hey, man, you want to buy this shit? Yeah, man, I'll buy it. Well, man, I heard it might be stolen. No, I don't care. I'll buy it. Then the nigga, under you, this is arrest. You know how they do niggas. But I think it's our job to look past that. I don't give a fuck if he bought a stolen house. That ain't the problem. See, I don't care about that. Tell us about the niggas that was doing all the bullshit and setting niggas up and walking up on niggas. I was reading this thing where he was basically, they was like, yeah, if you drive down the street, you see niggas walking, black folk, get out the car, pat them down, and then plant evidence on them and take their ass and book their ass. So I know that's what the fuck they doing. That's why black folk, when you leaving the house, you are in danger. Stop driving around and getting it. I used to see so many niggas just riding around and getting it. It's like, nigga, do you know where the fuck you at? Especially out here in Las Vegas. This is a good old boy town. These motherfucking police officers look, and you might just get a black police officer. You know they really like to show out in front of their massa, or their boss. So, hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Chacha, I gotta get with you, man, and let me know what day you're gonna be at the crib so I can take you to CMOS and these cookies, whatever. Look, I'm just conducting business over the goddamn podcast. I'm hood. But anyway, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Go do the research on a black business and just find one that you frequently patronize. Don't just buy it one time and be like, okay, see, I patronize a black business, and what you bought from them was only $10. And you up here talking about, I spend my money with black businesses. Stop. Niggas is quick to do that shit too. Spend $10 with a black business and get pissed off. Well, I go to a black barber. Okay, fine. You supposed to be going to a black barber. You black, nigga. You know, a lot of niggas be going to Fantastic